What is going on, everybody? McLaren Speech World Champion coming at you. We're trying out the Rush variant in this one. And yeah, shout out Sean Fernandez for leaving the comment about the flagship winning deck that teched in two of these. But this is a different build from that. Just because for them, when I looked it up, they didn't have Zoro at all. They just had 4 and 2. So I just want to experiment with doing more Rush, and I tried a bunch of different little variations. I went for the extreme with having 4 of these and just like as much Rush as we could, but it isn't really needed. I'm not gonna lie, it was like too much where you can't even like utilize like the stuff. And also with the Rush characters not having counter, didn't want to go too much, but I do like the idea because it is strong, and this is where the balance, I feel like having 10 for at least for me and everything I kind of like tested, this felt the best overall, just because that means basically a fifth of our deck is Rush, and just being able to make sure we have pretty much to be able to apply different styles of pressure, whether early game or late game, to go for like the finishers and stuff like that with the Rush guys. I think I don't know, it's pretty fun. Obviously you can still run into some issues with like the kind of like burnout, because I feel like you play a little bit more aggressively with this using your ability, so it kind of leaves you a little bit lower down, but you can kind of afford to play that way with if you have a decent amount of Rush. But yeah, breaking everything else down, we've dropped Beppo down to 2, and I'll be honest, depending on kind of everything in the future and how things are looking, I feel like Beppo could be, I don't know, I feel like Beppo isn't entirely needed too much depending on how you play, because if you just play to be able to drop Kid on turn 3, I feel like you're pretty good, and I don't want like too much ramp stuff as well. And also with Beppo, the only like downside is for Beppo to bring in or to work, you have to have less Don. Like your opponent's field has to be greater than yours. So Beppo is sort of like a later on kind of thing. Meanwhile, with like Bond Clay, you get an active Don like anytime, and then we get the active Don back from Kid as well. And like early game, I like being able to drop the boys so you can be like get a couple characters out. But like later on, like once you get Kid established and stuff, and if you're operating like a higher Don, you can just convert these guys into the 2K counter, and you don't really have to worry about the ramp stuff as much if you have Kid out. So that's why we got Beppo down to 2, but we still have like a decent amount, I feel like, with this. But we'll just see how things kind of go, and especially in the future, because I don't know, just having a whole lot of fun with a bunch of different things right now, because with the bans and restrictions coming out in like a week and a half, I think, I don't want to commit too much time right now to like the OP06 stuff and like learning the matchups and stuff like that, because in case things change a lot, I really don't want to learn and figure out how to beat all those decks, and then have to completely change and adjust from there depending on what happens, because I don't want to for me waste too much time going like too in depth against stuff like that. But I'm just having a lot of fun with these law variants though. So yeah, we're diving into the Rush one, break everything else down. We still have the 6 here. Promo law, we have 3, so still have a lot of power reducing. I have 2, like 4 Kamazo, 4 Otama, just because I want to have the extra 2K counter to balance out the extra Rush, just because we have a lot of cards without counter. So I want to make play around that. And then besides that, you know the rest already: Kid and Killer, the clutch card, Reiju being able to get cards back. It's like I feel like if you get like these 2, Kid and Ray, you're just pretty much just good. You're gonna like win, because like being able to just get 2 cards back, it fixes so much. And then just being able to have like Kid is so clutch in against a lot of the newer decks and stuff, because him being at 5 puts him out of range for the removal decks, makes him a problem, and him being at 6K makes it a problem for your opponent to just be able to launch like the regular attack. So super cool with that. And yeah, obviously Shiraya, and then I have 2 blocker laws in, and depending on how things go with the bans and restrictions, I think blocker law may become like a staple in the future, because if people like pick up playing green more especially, and just against yellow, Like yellow and green, they like to operate, especially early game, with a lot of cards in hand because they want to stall us out so they can drop their boss cards. So being able to drop a law and just erase 2 of the cards in their hand is pretty big, I think, and especially depending on what happens post-ban restrictions, I think this card could become like super important, especially also too depending on in your area. If you're playing a whole lot of Uta, like the green film Uta, or potentially too in the future with the other yellow decks with like Kata, NL, like green, yellow, Yamato, stuff like that. I think this is just a really strong card to limit them from being able to build hand and just keep your opponent manageable while we just blast them away and build like board early. Be very, very strong. And he's a blocker, so very, very helpful and strong against like green, yellow, Yamato. Just having blockers is great to pretty much eliminate sort of their abilities and stuff. But yeah, this is all of this rush build. So I'll jump into some matches and show you guys how it all goes. Alrighty, here we go, some Katakuri action. We have 1 rush, we got the boys, we got Ray, we got Kamazo. Things are looking pretty chill. Then we get Zoro, so got some rush action here. Trying to think of what we should do. So they're attacking us, which is fine. That means no search for them. So chilling. We get another Zoro. Alrighty. Okay. I feel like this is the game they want us to rush. So, but we'll do this first, just in case. Just see if they take the life trigger and if they get something. Because I have Otama. So just in case they do that. All right. So they take that, which is fine. How do I go about this? Drop Zoro attack for 6, or I drop this, and we attack for 5, and we keep Zoro hidden. Maybe the play, but I don't know. I think Zoro attacking for 6 is nah. We'll just do this. Cause I kind of want them to lose the cards in hand. Alright, well, or they get Satori there, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Bring in the boys, and we'll do that. I have Kamazo and Otama. Kind of need to keep Otama here, in case they do play someone else that's in 5k range, then we need to scoop out. But we're kind of just going to be doing rush trades, basically. And, I mean, if they keep getting the life triggers, then we're in trouble. If they don't get any life triggers, then we're chilling. But see how it goes. This next turn we'll be at 5. I could drop. We can bring in Ray if we don't get a ramp. Get some extra cards and stuff as well. So we'll be at 5, and so could work. We'll see. Figure out what they do here, if they're possible plays and stuff. But so they trashed a Big Mom, so that means they have a Big Mom. No, and we'll block that. Okay, if they attack 7, yeah, I can't block out of that. But we at least protect our life a little bit here. If I can just get, like, if we get Shiraya, but with them trashing a Big Mom, that definitely means they have another one in hand. Leaves them with 4. Alright. They drop Sanchi Blocker, which I'm honestly, like, not opposed to. So I don't have a ramp here, so I'm 5. They're at 5. I could drop this, which would work. Alright, let me attack this 5 on 5. My other play here is drain everything out of their hand, which is what I kind of want to do. Alright, we'll do it again. Okay, why sack? Alright, interesting. They sack Sanji there to do that. Well, let's just make a drop Zoro. I'll attack 5 on 5. Again, I'm trying to bait them into trying to bait them into getting hand starved here. Which, that's my current plan. Is alright, cool. So basically, if they would have did whatever, then we'll bring in Ray. Okay, we get Kid, and I'll deploy Gordon out. I was trying to bait them in to, if they had any more counter, they would have to sack it on him, and then we could have brought in another rush and then attacked him again. But based on that, unless they're saving it, that means they have like no counter in hand. So we may be able to make some plays here to block out. But we'll see. I gotta play it. We need like a patient turn so I can get up to Kid. But we do, based on info of what I'm kind of going off from, like at least one of these is 10 mom. So I feel we have that. Okay, 9 on 5. Alright, we can't block out of that. But I'll be at 4. I can play Bon Clay next turn, which is pretty good. Okay, they use Reject. Okay, I'm kind of fine with that. Oh, we get Shiraya as well. Oh man, okay. That's pretty big. Alright, well, let's just do this first. Okay, so they take that, and in case they get a trigger, kind of change what we do. Alright, they get the Onami. Oh, that's annoying. So I'll drop Bon Clay. We'll attack them 6 on 5. Assume they have to take this as well. Alright. So they take that. Where they be at? They're only going to be at 9. So where am I at? 5. If I went down 3, we'll be at 2. Then I can't bring a Kid in Shiraya. We still have this, so I'm kind of fine. Kind of fine with that. We have Gordon out on the field, so even if they drop like a 7 mom or something and attack me, because next turn they'd have to drop their 10 mom. But if I can get them down this upcoming turn, is we have some rush action here, so they have 7, so yeah, 7 moms coming in, which is fine because again we have Bon Clay who can take that. All right, we get another Bon Clay as well. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see how go about this then. I might not even need to drop Kid. We may be able to just go rush. I maybe like drop another Bon Clay, and then I'll have enough for Shiraya. Then we just rush them down. Because if they drop 7 mom, we know it's probably 10 mom. And then we know one other card like isn't counter. It's just oh, okay. Okay, never mind. They had counter. Unless they just got it from the life. Interesting. This is at 3,000 though. You may trash a card. Okay. I feel like I could just go for the game, maybe. Alright, well, let me attack them 5 on 5. Is okay. They're playing pretty weird, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm at 7. If I drop Kid for 5, it leaves us 2. We can shambles, we get 1 back, so I could bring in Rush and Shiraya at the end. Then I also can just use this on here. So let me attack them again 5 on 5. Or we can just rush them down and win the game. Okay, so they take the 1. Okay. I will Gordon this guy. Let's just do the safe play here. We'll do that, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. We'll bring in, I guess we can do Chihuahua because he's a little bit like safer. Do that. So attack them again. So this one is 2 or less. All right. No, doesn't super matter. Because next turn if they drop 10 mom, they just lose. So we're fine. Because if they drop 10 mom, that means they can't use Katakuri. We have a 6k blocker, so we get to block anything they do. And obviously this is only 3k, so they can't attack with this. And if I drop Shiraya, then that also takes away them attacking with leader. So we got them in, like to call the blender right now, where we know their deck and what they like can and can't do, and we pretty much have the cards to stop everything they can do. So we're chilling with that, and deploy Shiraya just to make sure everything is tucked up and safe. And no matter what they do, if they drop 10 mom, they lose. And then even if they don't drop 10 mom, they lose because they don't have to, they can't attack. We have 2 blockers. Even if they removed them, we have 2 life. We got the rule of 2, the Sith Lord action going on. Where we can't really be I feel like we can't really be stopped. So 3 on 1. I mean, I don't need Bon Clay, so sure, that makes him happy. So drop the 10 bomb, go for it. Yeah, you can't attack. They know they can't. Shiraya blocks the leader, and then if they attack 5, I have 6k blocker. Okay, well, we'll just do that. Alright, well, that's fine. we're chilling. So I have 7. Just attack 5 on 5. Basically do whatever we kind of want here. They drop the 10 bomb, they get 1. They have to get, like, God trigger for anything to kind of happen. Be able to bail them out here. So they do that. Alright. Put 1 on here. Attack them 7 on 5. So they take that. Let's attack them with Shiraya because it'd be fun. And we got them. So yeah, making sort of like the hand reads and stuff there based on how they were playing. And okay, we guessed this right too, but they didn't go unless they just got it. But based on the early stuff, with them trashing a 10 mom, I feel like if you're playing Katakuri and you ever see that, that means they definitely have at least one other one in their hand, which is also kind of an okay sign that they may be like bricked in hand if you ever see your opponent do something like that. Because again, with yellow, they run like a lot of the sort of like events, and then all their big cards are gonna like not have counter. So that's kind of the advantage there. Obviously, we got like unlucky in the beginning with them getting the Satori, but again, it's yellow. Like they like, when you play any yellow, they have to hit the life triggers to beat you. Like if they don't hit life triggers, then they lose, because yellow decks are just like overall fundamentally very bad because they're just top heavy. So if they don't hit like crazy life triggers, they're super easy to read and predict, because they, especially like Katakuri, has to go like 10 mom is their play, so they like have to go into that. So it's just like trying to do what you can to sort of see what they can do. And then also too, the other way, if you want to like to make things easier, like how I was playing that with the Satori read, is like when you know you can kind of like, I don't know, when feeling like confident that get rid of it no matter what. And then when you have options to pivot to in hand, you can sort of use that and how they're playing as like info reads that's in their hand as well. But obviously, I don't know if they were just because it looked like they had the stuff to counter out with the Satori. But I think with how we did it, made them nervous with then wanting to make sure they could protect life, I guess, later. But yeah, decent showing though. With the rush, we just got solid sort of like progression with hand draws and stuff like that, getting what we need against Shiraya. Shiraya against yellow just kind of wins you the game, and Bon Clay is super strong too, because if I would have protected Bon Clay Oh, I didn't even think of that. I should have did that. If I would have protected Bon Clay, they dropped 10 mob, then Bon Clay would have been able to attack for 12k. So I should have did that. That would have been fun. But it is what it is. We had it pretty much. We knew what they like had to do and what their move was, so we were chilling regardless. Again, we had the 6k blocker up, so meaning if they drop 10 mob, they only attack for 5, and we had Shiryu up, meaning if they don't drop the 10 mob and they attack with leader with however much they want, Shiryu blocks it. So very good setup. And honestly, if you ever just get something like that, you're pretty kind of like untouchable, I feel like, in a lot of matchups, and it's pretty cool. All right, we got some Green Uta action. We'll see how this goes. We got 3 rush in the boys and a little power reducing action. So we're just gonna be full on gas pedal in this one. I'm just gonna try to just load up attacks and blast them kind of as much as we can, because they have so many cards that allow them to do a whole lot of stuff. So 7 on 5, yeah, we'll take that. And because they just are able to get so many cards here, it's a bit of an issue. So we'll attack them 5 on 5. Alright, they take the life, interesting. And then let's attack them 6 on 5. Alright, they take the life again. Alright, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3. Bring in the boys there. And now I'm going to try to just supercharge. We'll be at 5, so I'm going to attack, or I guess I have backlight. This is fine. I'm just going to attack for as much as we can for this next one. So they get the 7 cost, Luffy. Alright, so now we have that. We have this to save stuff up for as well. How do I want to go about this? So they're at 10 cards. I may just use this as a setup, because they'll be at 7 next turn. So if I play Bon Clay now, then for that I can minus that down into Oblivion with these 2 next turn. If I get them down to 2, I could also bring in Kid and Killer here. Okay, let's just do that. Obviously, I'm assuming they're going to start playing some defense. Okay, never mind. They take that. Massive. Okay, cool. So that gives us that. So we get that for 2. Now I'll attack them 7 on 5. Alright, so we get them to block out of that. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Leaves me a 3. Don't have any other ramp, but because we got them down to 2, bring in Kid and Killer. Blast them again. 7 on 5. And get them to trash minimum 2 more cards. And we're... Alright, there we go. Kind of big. So we got rid of the 2Ks. So they're at 7. If they play... Alright, so we knew they were doing that, which is fine. So 2 blockers is all good, because I can block out of anything they do. So none. We will sack, I guess Kamazo here. Block out of that. Alright, cool. Oh, we get another one of these. But I can use this and this. We're going to get rid of this man. And then we're just going to fire off here to make sure they have to do that. So, actually I could... Alright, let's do... We're going to do 1 here. So now I'm going to attack them with Bon Clay and try to get them to do this. So either sack him or sack Uta. Alright, that's what we wanted. So now we have them at 5. Drop this down to there. Now we make this play. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of this. We will bring in... we'll bring in Chihuahua here. And now we're just going to rush them down. So 7 on 5. This next turn will be at 4, so we can do even more. So 5 on 5. So they block that. Do another 5 on 5. Alright, and then we'll do another 5 on 5. Alright, so we get them down to that. They're at 9. So they kind of have to do the same thing here. And, okay, so they're attacking for 2. Oh, they're attacking me. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Unless I... 7 on 5. So if they have the thing to reset for 3, they would do that. So let's just block this then. With that the reset event, I guess. Yeah. So made the read, the read on them, because Uta has an event that's like for 3, it lets them reset. So what they were gonna do there, hit us down that they were gonna reset and then attack for 9 with the last 2. So that was if you ever see an Uta player do something like that with leaving Don, I thought they were, if they had 2, then it would have been an issue, because then I thought if they left at 6, they would have done like that. Because that event is pretty annoying. I don't think I can look at their cards here because I only have 1. But yeah, there we go. A rush Uta Blast, and just able to get them to sack their 2K counters with the 7s. I think if you're able to attack for 7, just in this matchup, it's pretty important to get them to drain like minimum 2K, like 2 cards from hand, just because with their ability and with like their search card and stuff like that. And since they're 5 life leader, they can just get so many cards like pretty quickly in hand and stall you out. But obviously too, we were able to bait them into our play there, since we had the Otama and promo log here. So dropping them down, bonk play, like that was like the game winning play for us was that right there. And yeah, having the extra rush to just to blast them before they could get to playing anything like crazy. Like even if they would have did the, like if the 7 calls Luffy again, we have a full board, and I would have been able to block out of like the 2 attacks, so then we would have been fine. And even if they did Luffy and Uta, we still have like 6 attacks, technically 7, and yeah, we would have probably been able to get them there, because then we still would have been good on life, even if they somehow survived that turn. So things are looking good for us in that one with the little rush action. Alrighty, here we go. We got some Yamato action. We don't have, like, Gordon, Max are safe to play in this matchup because they don't really have a way to get rid of them off the rip. So always a good thing to do. And we're just going to have Shiraya, which stinks. If you have Shiraya, you pretty much just auto win this matchup, which is pretty great. But we'll see how it goes. See, depending on what they attack with, because I do have 2 2Ks, so I could make a very aggressive play here. Because knowing their deck, the Wano cards trigger, like they need to get me down to 3 to be able to hit the life triggers. Ooh, if they're only attacking that, oh, okay, we're doing it for sure. This and that. So, sorry, buddy. Sorry, pal. Alright, so I will... How do I go about this? I may go drop this. Yeah, let's drop this. We'll go 3, 1, 2, 3. Bring in Ray. Get 2 cards. There we go. Okay, that's pretty nice. Attack them 6 on 5. Because now I have Kid as a blocker. And we put them in a spot. Alright, yeah, they have to block out. Alright, we'll see what they do. If they attack... To attack anything reasonable, I may try to block. Okay, so they're doing that. I may stack the boys here then. Okay, they play both of those. So they're attacking 7. So I'm going to do that and use the boys again to eliminate all of this. Alright, we get Ray again. Okay, so what I need to do, if I can get rid of one of them... We're okay. So I'm at 5. They're at 6. Alright. Well, let's drop another Ray. Alright. I was hoping to get Gordon or Max. We do not. Which is a bit unfortunate. But, so we'll just attack. Attack 5 on 5. And then... Okay. So they do that. So if I use our ability to bring in Bon Clay, and then I can attack 7. So we'll just do that. So 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess I could attack for more than that. So we'll do this. Ooh, or I can do that. Actually, let's drop Zoro and attack again. Because we'll at least make it so they have to respect the board here. And it kind of go play around that. Because make it so they like have to use these. But also if they don't take the life here, this guy's only at 5. Okay, cool. Alright, and then I'm going to be at 6, so I could sack Kid here, bring in Kid again next turn. We'll kind of go off of that and see what all happens. I'm trying to think. They may have a Hody Jones. They're at 8. So we'll go from there. Obviously, they can't use their main leader ability, so we're still chilling there. Okay. So 7 on 5. If I do this, actually, yeah, I'm fine with just doing that, I guess. So we'll just do that because I can bring in Kid again next turn. They have 4, and we're still chilling at the life, so they can't use their ability to put any Don. But this guy's only at 5. This is only at 5. So I could potentially here do some stuff. Alright, so they're playing it smart. But we're also fine with this because that means I can pop both of them next turn. Well, okay. So again, this guy's only at 5 because they're not at 2 or less life. Alright, so no, and we will block out of that. I don't know what the 2 is for, like a counter, I guess. Okay, so I got another 6, which is cool. So I can bring in that. So let's just lead off, I guess, with the... Let's lead off with a 6 on this guy, so 6 on 5. Because they have 2, so I don't know if they have a counter, I guess, which they might. So we'll deploy another one of these. Use our ability. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. Clear the board here. Bring in Ray again. Get some more cards here. So we get that. Then put 1 on Bon Clay. Attack this 6 on 5. So we'll do that. We got another blocker, so we can kind of cycle things out from there as well. So attack him 5 on 5. Alright, so we get that, and then we'll attack him 5 on 5 again. And again, because we played so like aggressive, protecting our life, we they don't get any of the trigger abilities if they have the Wano cards. They have Sugar in here. Alright. So we've made it through 3 Namis, so that's good. Don't have to worry about those. Okay. So they have 7. I guess we'll see what they do. So they're attacking me 9 on 5. I feel like I just make the play again and block this. So we'll just do that. Because again, I have another blocker I can bring in next turn. Alright, they're going for it again. Alright. Interesting. Okay. And well, I'm just going to Kid and Killer them into oblivion right here. I think. We can just do a bunch of stuff. So I'll put 1 on here. Attack them. Take this. So 6 on 5. See what they do. So they take 1. Alright, that's pretty big. Pretty large. Okay, then we'll do that. 6 on 5. Then I can attack for a bunch of 5s. Drop this as well. And then Shambles in the other one and attack. So let's just go for it all right here. See what happens. Because I feel like we should be good. So we get them none of that. Well, unless I just attack 9 right here, I'll probably just do that. If they didn't get anything crazy. Okay, well let's just do that then. All right, we'll just do this. All right, well yeah, we had them. What they got? All right, absolute nothing. I mean, we had just insane finishing capabilities there though. Like again, Kid and Killer, drop blast, use another kid, like then shambles in the other kid and killer, drop blast. And so things are looking pretty good. Obviously, so a whole lot of options there. Again, I don't know. I feel like with Ray and Kid, if you get those, you're pretty hard to beat because you get your blocker who's 5 and 6. It's just hard for your opponent to remove, and then just being able to get more cards in hand is just massive. So, and the fact that we got to use we got Reiju so much is crazy. But yeah, another way to beat Yamato if you don't get like Shiraya, if you have the blockers. Again, just block out. If you're able to replenish the blockers like each turn, then that's another shot. Because then they like the only way for them to do anything is if they get like Hody Jones or a way to rest them. But the biggest thing too is if you're able to play aggressive, especially early, and be able to block out and keep yourself at the 4, you just completely. Well, I can't show you they don't have any of the Wano cards. I think they're doing like the Sky Island. But for the Wano cards and for the leader ability, again, if you keep yourself at the 4, it just kind of takes that away. Obviously, it's hard to do. It just depends on what you kind of draw. But if you early game, like if you're able to block out of that first attack, I think your chances of winning are just great because it just kind of takes away so much from them of being able to either get the life triggers or use their ability from like there on, and then you're able to just kind of do what we did here and just keep the pressure on. And yeah, we had the ultimate finishers ready to go with the rush, so that's pretty good as well. Alrighty, we got some purple yellow croc action again. We'll see how this goes. Popular deck people are testing out. So Crocodile's a pretty cool villain in the series, so we'll throw down Max, because I don't believe, unless this is like a freak build, I don't believe there's anything, at least that I've played so far, that will allow them to like get rid of him. So 8 on 5, we're chilling with that. Okay, we have 3 kids. That's lovely. That's awesome. So with that, let's play slow here. We'll attack him 5 on 5. Then we'll drop Chihuahua Rush. And then, yeah, we have kids that we can just start cycling out. So, drop our little doggo, pop them down 1. I hope, see what they got. Okay, we're chilling there. The next turn we'll be at 6. We already have Max on the field, so to play anything, we can kind of get rid of it here, because I don't think there's going to be much. They're only attacking for 5. I don't need 3 kids, so I just needed the 2, to be honest. Just having 2 is massive. So they throw Missile Sunday down, which is, I mean, fine by us. Because that'll give me, I could do 2 6s right here. Because we have this on the board already. And then we can bring in Ray off the play. So, and then make sure we can kind of go for a game next turn, I guess. So they block that, which is fine. Do this onto this. We'll throw down 1 kid. Go 1, 2, 3. Go to that. Bring in Ray. Get 2 more cards. So we get a Shiraya as well. Attack them again. 6 on 5. All right, the block out again. This is okay. So they're at 8. See what they got. And again, if they attack for, I mean, anything kind of low here. Okay, so that's still fine. We'll do, what do I want to block out of here? So this guy's at 6. I could kind of get rid of him next turn because I have Gordon and Otama. So let's just do that. Alright, because that leaves me at 6. Alright, so if I do that, though, then I can't bring in Kid. But I can bring in Shiraya, which also works. So that leaves me with 4. So do we just launch some 5s here? Yeah, let's do that. Play the hand game. Then if I get them down by 2, we'll bring in Kid and Killer. So we'll do that. Do this. Alright. So they get a -1. They got a surge, so we'll see. They grab this. Okay, down -1. Choose one of your characters becomes a target of the attack. So they may try to make that play with that. So let's just make sure we get rid of this man here. So we'll get him down. Leaves me with 4. We'll drop Shariah, then I'll bring in that. So let's just do this, and we'll see what they do. If they do play that and like sack one of these, that could be fun. Okay, so down -1, draw 2 cards. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Get rid of this. We'll bring in Kid Killer here. Gonna attack them again. 7 on 5. So they do that, and then we'll drop Shariah as another blocker. So if they do any high attacks with Croc, I can block out. So, and then we kind of got them. We still have full life. I have another kid. We're gonna be at 5, and then obviously we just keep Kid and Killer. That's gonna be our finisher here. So, see how what they got to finesse out of this. 6 on 5. Well, very unfortunate I have a 2K. So that sucks for them. Leaves them with 5. And yeah, now there's like nothing they can do because we have this. So no matter what they attack with, so they draw on the 2Ks. They draw, okay, Miss Wednesday. So 5 on 5. No, we'll just get rid of Kid here. We'll just do that. Alright, and we get Bon Clay. Okay, so they're at 4. What is this? -1, adds 1 down card set as active, so as a blocker. Alright, well, let's just lead off with this then, 7 on 5. And see what they do. So they're doing this. Okay. Alright, interesting. I'll throw another. Guess we'll just throw 2 on here. So attack here. So again, if we just get everything out of the hand, we still have 4 life. And I'd still scoop some, like one of these with ability, and then we have Bon Clay to bring in to kind of do whatever. Alright, so they sack that, which is fine. We'll attack them again, 7 on 5. And then I'll attack them. Alright, we'll attack them 5 on 5. So they do that. We'll use our ability. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. Bon Clay. This gives me 2 onto Shariah. And we'll attack them 7 on 5. Alright, okay. Well, I mean, admirable. With the respectable, I guess. So they drop a. Alright, Missile Sunday, draw a card. There's not really much they can do here. Okay, 5 on 5. That's fine. Okay. So if it makes them happy, just do that. Alright. Let me just attack them. 5 on 5. So nothing they can do. they literally can't. Okay. Oh, we'll do it again. Alright, so there's that. Well, so even if they do have that again, we'll just do this. Yeah. Nothing they could kind of do, to be honest. Like, we've had the full life action going on, pretty strong. Because again, like the rush characters, if you're able to like utilize them, obviously it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Because playing rush, I feel like you operate on like the lower Don. Like if you use the rush a bunch, but they do become like pseudo blockers. So if you're able to kind of just keep cycling things out, then you'll be okay. Just because it turns it into like your opponent has to attack them versus attacking you. So in certain matchups, it's just very, very strong. And obviously too, again, don't be afraid sometimes to just attack for like 5s, because I feel like it's a lot more better and a lot more consistent when you want to play like stuff. You want to play their hand size down too and keep it manageable, because you don't want to attack for like too much to make it so they take certain things and they have a whole lot of options. We just want to limit everything that they have in their hand. So definitely don't be afraid to do that, because once you get them down in hand, especially for like end game type stuff, it's a whole lot easier to figure things out. And then just pay attention to like the cards they kind of play, like whatever opponent, if they have counter, just kind of look for. So like Blast Breath was plus 4,000, so that's why again I attacked for the 9 there at the end, like just in case they had another one to make sure it was guaranteed. But even with that, we were good either way, because I still had 2 more attackers, so it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, Rush is pretty fun. I feel like it's, I don't know, testing around with it. It's very strong against the removal decks, because even though it's not a whole lot of difference, just being able to have a little bit more options. So like we have 10 Rush cards total, so it's a fifth of our deck. So you have like a greater shot of just getting the Rush cards continuously. So if you like playing like that, I feel like this is pretty good. And depending on like who you're playing against, again, Rush is pretty strong against removal decks. So like against any of the black decks, Rush is very, very strong, because being able to attack them like right away is pretty good. And I feel like this deck, if depending on what happens with Law, if Law gets popular, I feel like running Rush may be strong as well for like the mirror, just because if you're able to rush, again, since we don't have a whole lot of defense, if we don't get things set up with if you don't have like Kid to be able to kind of go from there, being able to just blast away like super early is strong to get your opponent's hand down. But yeah, I'm having just a lot of fun with trying. Again, while we're still waiting for like the updated stuff, just trying out a bunch of different Law stuff. It's been just super fun for me. I just love just trying the different things, and yeah, we'll just keep cooking up some wacky stuff. And thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.